Hey guys, welcome back to Pristine's Reads, and today I'm going to give you the super spoiler version of Matamio by Brian Jacks, the second book in the Tales of Redwall series. Again, this is a super spoiler video. If you want no spoilers, then please go to my no spoiler video. So our main protagonist is Matamio, the son of Matthias the warrior. Matamio is a young mouse, and he is, however, rude and mean. He likes to play pranks on his friends and his elders, but however, he wants to be like his father, a champion warrior. However, his parents are displeased with him as he keeps getting into more and more mischief, and they keep having to give him more and more consequences. However, one fateful day, a band of traveling circus performers, led by Lunar Stellaris, or Slagar the Cruel, enter Redwall Abbey and give a show for the creatures. And originally it looks like a fun circus with lots of clowns and funny jokes, and Slagar the Cruel gives out little toys to the young ones, and they're all enjoying themselves and having a good time. But Slagar slips a knockout potion into their drinks, and when the creatures drink a toast, then they are all drugged and fall asleep. And while they are asleep, Slagar steals their children and leaves Redwall Abbey in the night. When they wake up in the morning, the creatures are panicked, and they immediately elect their finest warriors and the parents of their children, or Matthias is among them, as Matamio was taken, as well as some other returning characters from other Redwall books. And they set off on a long quest to find their children and bring them back to Redwall. Meanwhile, the elderly and the infants left back at the abbey with no one to protect them now face difficulties as a band of ravens and magpies come in and try to conquer the abbey from top down. However, with no one to protect them, the creatures have to come up with creative and inventive solutions to keep the birds from conquering their abbey and trying to get them to give total surrender. This includes some rather stinky compounds which the moles hurled at the birds, some more knockout potions, and there are strawberries, drugged strawberries, and even the help of a huge injured bird, a bird of prey that happens to land in their abbey, needs refuge, and the abbey dwellers help heal the bird, and then in the end the bird saves the day by sending all the ravens and magpies packing and killing their leaders. Meanwhile, on the road fraught with danger and adventure, Matthias and his friends meet up with two other creatures, Orlando the Axe, who is a badger, and they figure out his daughter Uma was stolen by Slagar and his band of henchmen, and Jabez Stump, which is a hedgehog, and his son Jubilation was stolen by Slagar and his band again. So they start to put together the pieces and figure out that Slagar is kidnapping young ones from all over Mossflower Country as part of a huge operation he's been leading for a long time. And as they follow his trail, the road gets more and more dangerous as Slagar eventually finds out they're following him and sets out different traps and snares to catch them. He tries to kill them and put them off his trail, but it's no use. They always either team up with other creatures to help defeat Slagar or outsmart him and find their way out of his traps. So eventually, Slagar and his band do get ahead of Matthias and his friends, and Slagar is taking all of his captives down south, far, far south, like the very southernmost part of Mossflower Country. And Matamio and his friends have no idea where Slagar is taking them until one night, when everybody is fast asleep, Slagar double crosses his henchmen, leaves them there sleeping, and takes all the prisoners to this little underground kingdom. And he's guided by a army of rats, and the leader of their army is a purple-robed rat named Nadaz, otherwise known as the voice of the host, as he is the spokesperson for this ruler in this underground kingdom. So Nadaz takes Slagar and all of his captives down to this underground kingdom, where they meet the ruler of this kingdom. However, they cannot see the ruler, as the ruler is hidden inside this limestone statue of a white polecat, so they don't actually know what their leader looks like. However, the leader is able to speak to them through the mouth of this polecat statue, so they can hear him, but they can't see him. So the leader gives instructions for Matamio and his friends to be kept for days without food, water, or light, as a way to break them in and get them ready for service as their leader and ruler of the kingdom. His name is Malchus. He is building a ginormous empire, and he has all these slaves working on it underground. And it turns out all these slaves have been captured by Slagar over the years, and Slagar has just been picking out new bands of henchmen each time, taking them someplace and stealing a bunch of young ones, coming back to the kingdom, dumping them there, and repeat. And Slagar double crosses his band every time, leaves them there to kill each other, as they think each other has just taken the captives and left. So it's kind of a rinse and repeat cycle. So Matamio and his friends think all is lost, as they will eventually be forced to keep working in this kingdom and help build Malchus's empire. However, Matthias and his friends do catch up to them, and they find a way into Malchus's kingdom, and it seems all is lost at first, as they have teamed up with some shrews, but they're not very many, and Nadaz's huge army of rats outnumbers them by far. But Matthias and Orlando are two very fearsome warriors, and they both want their children back, and they will stop at nothing to get them. So with the help of the shrews and even some of the freed slaves, then they eventually start to turn the tide against this huge army of rats. And so the shrews leader is dying, but at his dying breath, he finds out where Matamio and his friends are being held captive and sets them free. So Matamio and his friends thank Logalog profusely. Logalog is the name of the shrew leader. So they thank him profusely and go on to help their parents and their comrades. And eventually they turn the tide and destroy Malchus's evil empire forever. And they eventually find Slagar too, and put an unfortunate end to him. So Matamio is happily reunited with his parents, and he has learned a lot along the way, and now is no longer the selfish, spoiled brat he was, but is now a new mouse. He's now brave and respectful, and he's courageous, and he's ready to help out his dad as the new warrior of Redwall Abbey. So that was a summary. Now I'm going to give you the morals of this book. Christian beliefs / other worldviews is first. Again, the whole monastery brother and sisters thing is very monastery-like. But again, nothing else specifically Christian. And again, the theme of guiding visions, where Martin the Warrior gives the protagonist dreams and visions to help guide them to riddles, quests, or objects. And then there is nothing specifically occultish, just the theme of guiding visions again. And next up we have foul language. There are no bad words in this book, just the insults again, the things like moron, idiot, stupid, and some slightly funny alliterating insults. Yeah, but no bad words. So next is violence. Again, vivid descriptions of battles, nothing overtly gory or extreme, but please, mild caution if you're sensitive to killing. Next up is romance, little to zero in this book. Matamio and his friend Tess got married at the end of the book, but there was nothing inappropriate, and they had a very friend-based relationship throughout the book. And next up we have alcohol. Yes, there's alcohol in this book, as some of the characters get drunk on beer and spirits in the beginning. And we also have drugs this time, as Slagar used the knockout potion to put the creatures to sleep in the beginning of the book, and one of the Abbey sisters used a knockout potion in the strawberries to help defeat the magpies and the ravens. So, now I'm going to give you my overall rating and recommended age level. So, I would have liked to give this 5 stars because I think the plot and the suspense were extremely good, and the storyline was well written, it was very well paced, but I'll have to keep it at 4 stars because of the higher level of evil and immorality that I found, and also the alcohol and drugs. For my recommended age level, I would say 10 to 11 plus, again, given the whole evil and immorality thing and the alcohol and drugs. But again, parents, please use discretion based on your child's age, understanding, and maturity. But yeah, otherwise, I would recommend this. It's a very good read. But again, please use caution, so enjoy. And again, the covers have changed since I got this, although it might look the same on Amazon. You'll have to look. I've placed links to this on Amazon, Random House, and the Redwall series website in the description. Please check below. And yeah, I am also finding that for some reason, in terms of this book, Random House is beating Amazon in price, as you can buy this for at least the paper version on Amazon for $43, and Random House sells the paper version for only $13. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
I beg you to listen to me. I'm a fellow spirit, you see. I was once considered a champion poet. I just thought you'd like to know it.
I beg, I implore you, sir, stick to being a hare.
Some chaps wouldn't know a rhyme if you chopped it up and served it with custard in a bowl. Stick to being a hare, huh?